Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Firewood on the Hill. My name is Matt. This morning is it's a cool Sunday morning, and I'm trying to get my quarter of the week done before church. And I wanted to see really how long it took me to split a cord on my own. So I've done some videos in the past of this, and when I did this, I knew I was timing myself, so I worked super fast to get it done. As well as some things that I did in those videos is I staged the logs. So if you split firewood before, you know that the size of firewood changes how you split, changes how fast you split, changes what side of the splitter you should be on. So for example, if I had all small stuff, I would put it on the splitter side of my Woodford 28C. That way I could just grab it and put it like this, grab it, put it like this. With big stuff, you have to use a log lift, so it will be on the log lift side. The problem with that is you have to go over, put the logs on the log lift, and then walk back around. That takes time. Some people like to do it from the log lift side. Me personally, I don't, because I'm bent over most of the time. So what I want to do is I want to time myself on a normal day. I'm out here splitting alone. Nothing set up. Everything is just how it usually is. I'm not speeding through it or anything like that. And what I've come to find out is with big rounds, I'll show you the rounds in a minute, and these are all 20-inch rounds, maybe bigger. Big rounds where I can only put one round on the log lift at a time, because I can't really pick the big rounds up and put two at a time. So one log at a time. I have my conveyor, which is kind of not doing good right now. Fun fact for you guys is these Predator motors are known to get gas in the oil, as well as get in that compartment where the spark plug is, and it floods the engine. Well, that just happened to my Predator, so I'm letting that thing air out and drained all the fluids and stuff. And I have my little 3 horsepower Predator engine on there right now. Well, the problem with that is I have it turned as low as I can because I don't want it to be fast. But it doesn't have the power, so a lot of times when it gets overloaded, it stops, and I have to go turn it on and whatnot. And that probably happened 5 or 6 times during this splitting session. But I want to keep everything like it's supposed to be. I want to see where my issues lie, as well as what I could speed up. So I know y'all are going to point this out, and I know it's an issue. The first thing is I need a clean work area. This is the reason why the conveyor kept getting stopped up. As I've stated before in the last video, I'm going to move this over here, so I'm not worried about cleaning this up. I'm just trying to get this pile split down so that I can move everything. But that's my first issue right there. My second issue is the motor. Like I said, it was bogging down and turning off when I got a bunch of wood on there, because this is all oak. But you can see this is a full cord, maybe more. I got some on the ground here, and it's 4 IBC totes here. So we got this done in 1 hour and 45 minutes. I really do feel like if I had my bigger engine and didn't have to deal with the conveyor as much, I could definitely done it in 1 hour and 30 minutes. These are the size rounds that I was dealing with, guys, and like I said, these are big rounds. These aren't small rounds here. Well, actually, there's the small ones right there. But like I said, I was basically putting one round on at a time, just because the rounds were too heavy for me to lift another one on top of the other. So another thing to point out is my logs weren't staged. If y'all seen in the previous video, all my logs were out here, so I was having to roll them down this way, so that adds time as well. But like I said, this time I was really seeing how much time it took me to split a cord of wood by myself in a normal situation where I wasn't technically prepared. I just got out here and knocked it out. So I really wanted to knock out all these rounds before I move in this conveyor and splitter and pergola, but I'm just tired of dealing with all the mess here. So I'm ready to move it, and I think I have room to move it now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move all these IBC totes over to the pile and wood yard, move the conveyor out, move the splitter out, and then I'll bring the pergola over first, and then I'm going to bring the splitter and then the conveyor. One issue that I possibly could see happening, and I'm hoping that I have enough distance here, but I might have to grind that stump out. I'm not sure yet. Hopefully you could see it's angled, the conveyor is angled right here. If I put the bottom of the conveyor right here on the edge of this concrete, I think it's going to be far up enough where I am not going to have to do that. So we'll see about that. All right, I got it unburied. It was buried all the way up to the top of the jack. Like the handle for the jack wasn't even viewable. But I kind of lowered everything down, so when I pull the splitter up, it's just going to be on level ground. I'm hoping this works. Who knows? Usually I have to clear all the tires out and everything to get it to move, but we're going to hook it up the tractor this time, and it should have no problem pulling it. Hopefully we don't break anything in the process. Well, that couldn't have worked any better. Oh deal. All right, so I'm gonna take the splitter. I'm just probably gonna unhook it right there, and then I'm gonna get an IBC tote, hook it up, or get an IBC tote on the forks, and then that's how I'm gonna lift this pergola up in the middle, and I'm gonna move that over here first. The reason I want to do that is I'm trying to set it up to where the pergola is right on the edge here, and then I can center the splitter. All right, the splitter is out. I got the IBC tote on the pallet forks. I think the best way of taking this out is coming from the side here, picking up in the middle, and then just backing straight over here. The only problem I have is these right here. Hopefully I can lift over this pile and that pile. We can just go straight back. It's gonna be tough because I don't think the tractor's gonna lift that high, but we're gonna try it. And of course, there's a big ass stump in the way. So hopefully when I go over that, I'm not tipping the pergola off the IBC tote, but we're gonna give it a try. Well, that got scary for a second, but I just kept adjusting until it felt comfortable, and we were able to move it over with the tractor. That's where she's going to be. I'm going to leave the pergola slanted like that because then the rainwater will just run off this way. But what I'm going to have to do is, when I get the splitter in here, I'm going to level that off. And then I also level off the conveyor when I put that in here. It fit perfect on the slab, guys. Everything's on concrete, so that's that. The one thing I might have to do, I'll just see how it goes, is when we set this thing up, we have the tin overlapping on the side, so this technically needs to be spun around, but I'll just wait to do that when I have someone to help me. But yeah, I think this is going to work. This is plenty of room right here for rounds. We should be out of this mess from now on, which is so great. The only thing I'm worried about, which I'm hoping if I just stay on it, I can just push all the scraps down that way and then pick it up with the tractor. Because obviously you see all the scraps over there, it's going to build up. So that's the next thing I got to figure out, but I'm pretty happy with this. So there's the 28C's new home. Like I said, I have to level this out. Once I level it out, I'll get the conveyor and bring that over here and see what I have to do with this stump right here. I'm back from church. If you look behind me, I already got the splitter level. Level as it's gonna be. I just put it on a block here. But I'm gonna put a platform here so I'm not so far, like if I'm not, I wanna be more level instead of like leaning forward. But one good thing about this for sure is this is higher up. So this is gonna be less bending over. This is definitely a lot higher, so it's gonna be easier on my back. And if we come around to the log off side, you can see that it sits perfectly there to low logs. So the splitter's all set. I just have to put my back leg down there and take that out. Let's go ahead and get this thing blown off. That way it looks a little bit better. I got the bucket on the tractor. We're going to do some quick cleanup here so we can make room for the conveyor. So y'all can see the mud that I've been dealing with here. I'm not going to get too crazy with grading this right now because I really don't know where I need to grade at yet until I get the conveyor in here. I'm going to clean this up, just get this level, and then the conveyor is going to come out probably right here. So I'm going to see where it's at, and then I'm going to try to level that off so that I can put my bucket there and whatnot. I might have to add some dirt here because this slants down pretty good. But yeah, let me get this section cleaned up and then we'll get a conveyor in here. All right, we got it cleaned up enough. Like I said, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, so I'm not taking the time to really level anything out until I know it's gonna work, because I'm kind of worried about this stump here. So we're gonna go ahead and get the conveyor rolled over here and see if it fits in here, and if it fits in here nicely, then we can do some more grading. Sometimes you get lucky, guys. This worked out perfectly. Y'all saw I was moving it with the tractor. It was just so muddy in here, I couldn't get my lawnmower in here, and I didn't have enough room to get the tractor in here and move this back. So my only choice was to use the bucket on the tractor and push this, because this wheel is flat. You can see it didn't want to roll. But there's the stump I was worried about, guys. The reason I'm saying I'm lucky is somehow, some way, I got this thing in here on the stump with a flat tire, a brick holding that one, and then I was able to lift this side up and put a piece of wood under it to level it out. So this thing is straight as an arrow and it's level. As y'all know, I'm always on a hill, so getting things level is a struggle around here, but this worked out perfectly. So now the mess I'm left with right here is all this mud and stuff, and I'm probably just gonna take the top off of it right here and get it nice and level. And then maybe I'll put some gravel down here, or find something, maybe put a bunch of pieces of wood or something down here, just so I'm not always going in and out of the mud with the tractor. You can see I have gravel right there. So maybe I kept running this gravel all the way down here, and then I will be completely out of the mud. There'll be no more mud during my splitting process, because all this will be up there. The bucket or IBC totes will sit in here, grab them with the tractor and go. So pretty excited about this setup. We're 100% ready to go again now, so I could definitely knock this out. This is probably just a face core left of wood, and then I'm back to cutting. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Hopefully this setup stays like this and it works for us. Let me know if y'all have any pointers or suggestions or anything to make this better. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.